Here is my version of the FG knot with Rizzuto Finish, and I will be using the support assist tool. The tool can fold up like this. It has able to hold the lines by shutting and opening. See there, like that. So you hold the line, 3 positions. There's open and shut. The line I use for my maricod setup on my rods is 50-pound fluoro leader, and this case I'm using J-braid 50-pound PE5 as the main line. So to do the FG knot using this tool, we need to make sure we have a bit of a tag left over, so we got plenty of line to do the finishing off. And to do that, we just wrap this, we make sure everything is open. We wrap this around here like so, lock it off, and pull that tight and wrap it around, trying to keep that tight as possible. Lock it off. I'll just bring that down a bit there, and want to make sure that's reasonably tight, as it's important when doing the FG knot. Then we have our leader line from here, and likewise I want to make sure that we have plenty of over here left over, so that we can wrap around the line. So the next thing we do is wrap this in here like this, close it off. The leader line comes over here, just keeping that as tight as possible. Then what we're going to do is we're going to, about 10 times we go under the line and over, pull it tight, and we go under this one and pull it tight, and back under this one. We alternate under like that about 10 times. So I just pinch it off with my thumb and forefinger like that, and go under, pull it tight, then under the top side, tight, and keep it pinching it off like that, so it stays locked in, tight. Should be 3. See how it's going on. Play it tight each time. About 6 times, as you can see. Just going around. Okay, let's get that out of the way. Oops. And I'll just do it one more time. Getting a bit tight, but normally it's not too bad. Okay, and you can see how it's locked in pretty good. So what we need to do now is lock that in, and what we're going to do is we need to have a half hitch. We go under and through, make a half hitch to lock that off. So I just put it under there, grip onto the line, pull it through, and pull it tight to lock it off. And you can feel that and that locks it off like that. Then you can let it go. Get the idea? Then we release these like that. Release this one here like that. Around there. What we need to do is we need to have this further up towards the middle. So I'm going to release it from here, pull it along up to there, and we have the tag from the main line there, and we have the tag and the main line, and we just wrap that back into here, like that, and lock that off. That brings it sort of in the middle. We want to have that tight again, so I run that around there like that, lock it off. That's the main line, sorry, the leader line. Now we've got the tag from the main line here, and we're going to do some alternating half hitches. So we go under, half hitch, over, under, and then over again. So I'll show you. So we go under the half hitch, grab hold of it, pull it through there, and we want to pull it tight. Then we go over. I'll grab it through there, pull it tight, then under, pull it up tight, then over, so that should make that tight. That's 2 of each, so I'll just keep going and make 4 of each. And over, under, under, and over, and that locks it off pretty tight. Then once you've done that, we can release everything. Off from there. Then we don't need the knot assist tool anymore. So there's the knot there, and what's important now is we want to cinch down the wrappings from the main line around the leader line. So grab the main line and the leader line, we'll just get that bit of a pull. And if you needed to, you could pull those up a bit tighter. Pull the wrappings up. And just get that up, good pull. Like that. And it should change colour. If it changes colour to clear, you know that you've got a nice, good tight wrapping. Yeah, like that. Okay. Now, the normal Rizzuto finish would be to wrap around the tag of the main line, sorry, of the leader line, and the main line. What I've found is that when doing that and then cinching it further tight, it tends to pull the Rizzuto knot off of the main line tag. So the way I like to do it, and please comment if you don't agree with it, is I like to cut the tag of the leader line off, being careful not to cut the braid. So I just put it down there like that. I just cut it reasonably close as I can. Like that. Then what I do is do the Rizzuto knot finish. So to do that, make a little loop like that and go through just get myself sorted out. And we're just going to wrap it around here about 7 times through the loop. You can see that through the loop. So go 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's about 7. We just grab hold of the line here like that. Then what we need to do is the big loop here, a little bit counterintuitive, but we need to unwrap it, which actually does a bit of wrapping in itself in the reverse way, and we pull it tight. So we wrap it around off there about 7 times again. So 1, 2, 7. And then when it's all done, we'll have a great big loop there. You can see, loop there, and then we just pull this bit here tight. Normally I would wet that, but I don't do that, so we just pull that tight, if you can see, like that, through here, like this. Just make it all nice and neat. Keep pulling, keep pulling, keep pulling it tight. And see how it cinches down on the main line and up against the leader line. If you can see that. I just pull that reasonably tight. Let's cinch down on a few of these. Like this. And just do that again. Cinch down on the Rizzuto. And I don't know if you can see it there, but it then goes up against the end of the leader and stops anything coming off the leader. So I find that better. Nothing's going to slip. Well, that's my theory anyway. So and that's all pretty good. Then I just cut a bit of that here. Cut that off. Like that. Now I've left a piece out like that, so that I can then just melt that back very carefully so it won't unravel. So just give me a minute. And I don't have a cigarette lighter, so I'm just going to use a match. And very carefully, I'm just going to just melt that back a bit. Just a little bit more. That should be enough. You could probably make that a bit smaller. So I might just do that. Let's go a little bit more down. That should be enough. There you have it. That's my version of the FG knot with a Rizzuto twist finish. Hopefully you can see that okay there. Thank you for watching.